The build-up here has been very similar to what we've done, with the exception of her getting all of her base work done in Kenya. Other than that, Boston's one of the few marathons that you don't train for the distance, you train for the course. That may sound silly, but I'm a strong believer that if you were to run the first half of the Boston Marathon in an all-out race situation and come back and run 2 weeks later the second half, you would probably run a minute and a half to 2 minutes faster across the second half of the marathon. But yet, the winners every year seem to do the opposite come marathon day. So there's reasonings behind why negative splits are so important on this course, and how difficult it is to run negative splits because of all of the early downhills. And so it takes practice on running the downhills, practice on knowing how that affects your quads and how things will be different once you get to the uphills. It's not just training on hills, it's training on downhills and downhills that are lengthy downhills. And so we do a lot of that to prepare for this course in particular. And so it's something that we feel more and more confident with every time we come out here, because it gives us another learning experience of how well this did or didn't work last time. And so we're excited with how Des's training went going into this. The bigger picture probably was coming off of her injury. She chose to run in Berlin this last year because unlike Chicago or New York, people didn't know who she was in Berlin. And it gave her a chance to get an honest training segment and kind of be a little bit under the radar because she knew she wasn't going to be 222 Des. She was going to be Des trying to get a marathon segment in injury-free. And so she did that and ran 229 in Berlin. And so then it's been the next training was here, where it was, all right, now let's get back to what you've done before and be aggressive and things, and she's done that very well.